the concept of God to us.
The concept of God? Which one? In Islam?
No, the concept of God of Christians.
Why you want to change the topic?
We'll go, because the thing is, at first you don't know what to follow and what not to follow.
Really? And you are the one who knows what to follow and what not to follow?
Yeah.
Okay, if you know how to follow and what to follow, why your prophet he kisses stone? For me, my God, he said, you asked me about the concept of God. It says, don't make images what is in heaven or in the sky, and not to worship anything except God. How Muhammad he kiss a black stone? Is that a concept of God to kiss a stone and to believe that it's a holy stone? Is that a prophet of God who says to him that I am going to protect you and you are Masum? And then we see that Muhammad receiving satanic verses. Is that the concept of God to say that God is one, and then you say Shahada, which is contained the name of Muhammad and the name of Allah? How that can be one, but yet two on the same line, associating the knowledge of God and the knowledge of Muhammad? You say Muslims, you say Allah and his prophet knows best. You associating the knowledge of God with the knowledge of a man. How you say that God is one, but knowledge of Muhammad is equal to Allah knowledge? How you say that God is one, but Allah he wrote the name of Muhammad in his throne? How you say that the name of God and you say Allah is one God, but then you say to me that Allah he says, if I want to take a partner, I will take it from our kind? How Allah is going to take a partner from his kind? Can you answer me?
Okay. Now the mic is mine, right?
Go ahead.
Okay. So at first you said the black stone. The black stone is, as if you know, that there was a fight at the time of Quraysh, where Prophet, peace be upon him, he took all the leaders of the Quraysh and took the stone towards the Kaaba and placed it there. And people will go around the Kaaba, make tawaf of the Kaaba and kiss it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So your prophet is following the pagan, you mean? He's just kissing it the same as the pagan before him?
So if you know that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he became prophet at the age of 40.
Okay.
He was a Nabi before from his birth, but he became a Rasul at the time of age of 40. Okay. When he would go around the Kaaba, he would test the stone, because this stone came straight from Jannah. As if you know that this stone was whiter than the milk, and because people kissing it, it became black. And because most of the Muslims nowadays, they kiss it for the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Okay. Can I make a comment, please? Can I make a comment? Can I make a comment?
Yes.
Okay. So you just said to me that you Muslims, you kiss it because the Prophet kiss it. But why the Prophet kiss it?
Okay. So our Prophet, peace be upon him, he kissed it because it was made by Allah in Jannah.
Okay, but you just said to me, my friend, hold on. But you just said to me, we kiss it just because the Prophet kissed it, which means you are saying we don't kiss it because Allah he made it. We kiss it just because the Prophet kissed it. Everybody heard you, and that is a contradiction. Because if you are just kissing it because Muhammad kissed it, not because of anything else.
Ayah of the Quran, Ati'u Allah wa Ati'u Rasul.
Okay, no, it doesn't say actually Ati'u Allah wa Ati'u Rasul only. It says Ati'u Rasul wa Ati'u Allah, which means obey Muhammad first and then you obey Allah, correct?
Okay.
So how?
If you know the ayah.
Yes. So how you say Muhammad is a prophet when the Quran says you have to obey Muhammad first before you obey Allah?
So that's the command of God. It's a command of God. Comes you have to
how I know that this is the command of God?
If God tells you to first follow Jesus and then follow God.
My friend, how I know that this is the command of God, and why God he says obey a man first and then obey me? Shouldn't say obey me only because a man is a sinner and he can do bad stuff. Is Muhammad God? He don't do any mistakes. How you say to you? How he say to you? Obey Muhammad and then obey Allah. And why Muhammad first and then Allah second? How Allah can become second before?
If you know that all the messengers of God, they are all Masum, they don't have any sin. They are sinless.
That's not true, my friend. Isn't it the Quran says that Allah he forgave Muhammad for the past sin and the coming sin? So are you saying to me Allah he did lie in the Quran?
Listen first. You wanna listen to me, or you wanna keep on because you're.
I'm listening, my friend, but you are making a contradiction. I have to make a point before you change your mind, because it says in chapter 48, verse number 2, may Allah forgive to you your sin in the past and your sin in the coming time. So how you say to me Muhammad is ma'soom, but the Quran confirm that Muhammad is a sinner?
Allah is telling through the mouth of or prophet, he's telling us that Allah will forgive the sins of those who accept Islam.
No, that's not true. Not true. Not true, my friend. Chapter 48, verse number 2 is speaking specifically about Muhammad. So please, if you are a sheikh, you know, I accept from you a decency and honesty, not lies. Are you fabricating the interpretation for the verse, making it about the Muslims? This is about Muhammad himself, not about anyone else. Why you are, my friend, changing the meaning? I don't want to say the word liar. I promise myself to speak to your respect, but this is absolutely false what you said to me. This verse only about Muhammad.
What are you talking about?
Chapter 48, verse number 2.
48, verse number 2. Okay. Al-Fath.
Take it easy, my friend. Drink some water, please.
So if we go back to the history of this surah has been revealed when Makkah was Fatah. When Muhammad, he came back to Makkah and he forgave all the people of Makkah, all the people who did all the bad things to Muhammad, peace be upon him, at that time.
Yeah, but this is about your prophet. The Quran confirmed that he is a sinner. So don't tell me that this is about the believers, not about Muhammad. So now we correct the thing. Thank you very much. So the Quran confirmed that Allah may forgive the sin of Muhammad and his in the past and the one to come. So how you say to me that the prophet protected, but yet he is a sinner? And at the same time, that would be a contradiction, because how he said to us, obey Muhammad, he is a sinner, obey him. Obey him, whoever obey Muhammad, obey me. But now I have to obey a sinner. That will make me obeying God. But if you are a sinner, that means I have to obey any sin you do, because you are a sinner, you are not perfect. Are you Muslims saying that Muhammad is a perfect God, but he's a man?
We're not saying that he's a God.
Okay.
We're saying the prophet of Allah.
Okay, but you are saying to me, he's Ma'soom. What Ma'soom mean? Ma'soom does not make mistakes, correct?
Yes.
Okay, but how he don't make mistakes, but he do sin? Sin is a big mistake. Sin is a big mistake, not a mistake.
As we know that prophets, peace be upon them, as you know that when the Quran used to come on them, the Wahy, they used to go into a state. Sometimes the Wahy will come to them at the time when they will be on a horse, sometime in the journey, sometime, and any time it could come to them from Allah. Sometimes if there was a problem. So if you really look into the Quran, and you have so many questions, I know that you anytime if I speak, you will keep on asking questions.
We are not asking questions. We are in the topic, my friend.
Me and you, my friend, we need to sit together. We need to sit together, and inshallah, we need to sit together, and inshallah, Allah will help you understand understand the wisdom of the Quran and what is the why everything was revealed in this way, and how the ayahs of the Quran was revealed, and how the Quran was compiled together. And inshallah, you will have a better understanding.
So my friend, inshallah, you will not answer me. Inshallah, you have no answer. Inshallah, you are telling me I cannot answer you. Yeah, then answer me, my friend. Then answer me. Why you are giving me this speech about inshallah, inshallah? I have a question for you, and you are trying to avoid it. Inshallah, you will not answer me. Inshallah, we will sit together. You know, my friend, we will not sit together ever. I mean, I don't know where you live. I don't know who you are. So what do you mean, inshallah, we sit together? I want an answer. How you say to me that the Prophet is masoom, protected?
Do you live in New York?
No, I don't live in New York. I live far away. No. But anyway, we do not need to sit together. Here we go. We are talking. Everybody can hear us nice and clear. So the Quran confirmed that Muhammad is a big time sinner. So how the Quran says to us, if you obey Muhammad, you obey me. But Muhammad is a sinner. How I can obey God by obeying a sinner? It's like, imagine I am going to obey a guy. You just told me he is a sinner. And the Muslims, sorry to say, they lie to us. They say Muhammad is protected by God. He don't do sin. But as you see, the Quran in many verses, by the way, this is one of them, confirm that Muhammad is a big time sinner. And not only that, what kind of God? He gave a permission and license for sin to Muhammad. He said to him, I forgive your past and your coming sin. What is that? Since when God he gave a license for sin? Why Muhammad he can sin as much he has, even sin for the future he will forgive it? What does that mean?
So if you believe in God, right?
Do you believe in God yourself?
If you believe in God, if God, even today, if he says, if the day of judgment happens today, right? And God says, I will enter all the people who are making shirk against me, I'll make them enter into Jannah. Would you question him?
It's not about a question. I question why not. I mean, I question if something doesn't make sense. If there's a isn't it the Quran said, my friend? Isn't it the Quran says why they cannot understand the Quran? If this book is not from God, you will find a lot of contradiction. So Allah, He told you that if you know, this is how you know that this book is from God or not. So He said, yes, question me in this case. I know in chapter 5 verse 101 it says, ask not questions. But here Muhammad is trying to silence anyone who asks me question. But the Quran says, Allah yatadabbarun al-Quran. Can they understand the Quran? If this book is not from God, they will find a lot of contradiction. And this is a contradiction. How you say to me that Muhammad is masoom, and then you say to me Muhammad is a sinner? How you say to me that I have to obey a Muhammad, and then you say to me Muhammad is a sinner? Who are you say to me if you obey Muhammad you obey God? But you say to me that Muhammad is a big time sinner to the point may Allah forgive your sin is not even guaranteed. In chapter 4 verse number 82 it says, why they will not then bounder the Quran? If it had been from other than Allah, they would have found in therein much a lot of contradiction. So the Quran is giving me the way to discover is book from God or not. So, and the same method I use it in the Quran, it's proven to me Quran cannot be from God.
Okay, brother. You have really good questions, and inshallah we will answer all those questions for you.
All right, my friend.